Hey everyone, my name is Simpzy. How you all doing? Welcome back to some more Hearts of Iron 4 Millennium Dawn Modern Day Mod here today on the channel. We're going to be starting a brand new series on the fantastic new 1.9 update. Major thing first, let's go straight to our construction and we'll go through the new energy tab. So energy is now a resource in the game. It's not just this absent thing. So essentially civilian factories, military need to run on energy. So the total energy we have at the moment is 63. I'm assuming that's like gigawatts. Our total consumption is 62. So we're currently in a 1 surplus. So as you can see here, we get all of our energy from our various power plants, factories, and parks. Now I thought I'd play as France because they have a really strong nuclear reaction sector. They've also got some renewables, and also I thought potentially we could leverage our former overseas colonies in Africa if we want to get more and stuff as well. So I thought I'd play as France. I think with this new energy system it would be kind of cool to play as them. So as you can see here, you can build an enrichment facility, you can build a battery pack, you can buy fuel from the market as well. So if you want to import fuel from Venezuela, Saudi Arabia, they're going to get more influence. As you can see here, you can build renewable energy infrastructure along with a fossil fuel plant and strategic fuel. So there's a whole new sensible and realistic energy system now in the game, which is fantastic. Moving on now to one of the other new features, we have the unemployment feature. It actually says here we have a 9% unemployment threshold and an 8% rate. So essentially if you want to drop this down, you'll need to increase your spending on social and stability. We've also got production as well. As you can see, your productivity rate will affect your factory, dockyard, construction speed, and corporate tax input. What else was there? Oh, I do think that fighters have a little bit more customization. You can create some variants. I think for the bombers, they mostly have a different variant. Also, what else is in this update? India, Turkey, and Venezuela have brand new tech trees. It might lag a little bit if we try to get to it because it's just absolutely massive. Here is India's. Also, Central Asia got a tech tree, which I believe it includes Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan. Germany and Italy and the US have a slight rework as well, along with Russia. Okay, so let's set up this campaign. Yep, NATO is definitely off. So starting things off, national focus wise, I think we want to start off with going with State of French Politics, which gives us 200 political power. We've also got the Francosphere. There's a fair few regions that we can go down in this series. We can push into the African sphere, the Middle East, and Asia, our old sort of spheres of influence. Lebanon, Syria, Senegal. We'll see. I haven't decided where I'm going to go just yet. Let me know in the comments. We could try and rebuild the old Frankish Empire. We are a pluralist society. Stable growth. Want to get that up. For corruption. That's a little bit high. We've got the French Democratic Confederation of Labour. Military Industrial Complex. Maritime Industry. Right. Our maritime industry is actually quite strong. Interesting. We should have a big navy then. Large civil service. That's not bad. Probably want to up the military spending. High police. Well, probably spending too much on higher education. Basic universal healthcare is pretty good. Extensive welfare state. Yikes, we want to try and drop that. But, you know, the French, they love to protest. So I'm pretty sure if we try to change the age pension, they're not going to be happy. Alright, so we're a consumption economy, volunteer service for both men and women. We have regional interventionalism and officer international. So what do we got here? Oh, we got the defense industry that we can look into. Alright, we'll keep an eye on that sort of stuff. Alright, decisions-wise, oh wow, we can buy nuclear-grade material from the UK, Germany, Russia, China, the United States. Oh wow, okay. So that's significant, so we can get better reactor stuff. I kind of want to be fiercely independent. I do want to try and move away from the UK, Germany, China, Russian sphere of influence. We'll see. We can retire Jacques Chirac. No. We can get some military personnel. Like, what do we actually own as France in 2000? So, we've obviously got the core French territory. We're guaranteeing the independence of what? Andorra and Morocco. Hilarious. No, yeah, what do we actually own? So, France. Oh yeah, we got French Guiana. Oh, we've even got a little bit down here. What's this? Guadeloupe. Never heard of that place in my life. Got a couple of islands here. We also have New Caledonia, of course. Hilarious. We could do a naval invasion into Australia here. We can release French Guiana. Interesting. No, we don't want to release anyone just yet. Okay. Weapons-wise, we can currently purchase foreign equipment from the United States, Germany, and UK. We might have a look at that in the future. I think we might buy tanks. From what I remember in real life, we don't really have just like an iconic tank. The Germans have the Leopards, the UK has the Challengers, and the Americans have the Abrams. We might try and look to get something of our own. Alright, let's create an intelligence agency. The DGES. Never heard of that in my life before. Alright, I guess that's what they want. Research-wise, okay. So we can get the 2005 FAMAS, which will take quite a bit. So we haven't got a bad rifle. Bullpup, it's okay. Armored vehicles, interesting. We should have more, surely. Surely we should have more access somehow. Okay, maybe it's bugged. That's a bit weird. Oh no, it's into here. Oh, here, so the armor's changed. Oh, here we go. So we have a 3rd generation, yeah. Oh, okay, so we can get a 5th generation. I think it's like in the 2010s. They decided to redo the, remilitarize the army a bit. Modernize it. We've got pretty good AVFs and IVFs, though. It's interesting that we've got like 4 wheels. I think most of our infantry fighting vehicles are designed to run over sand dunes, and over the plains of sub-Saharan Africa, West Africa, rather than the fields of Europe. Okay, so we've got some interesting anti-air systems. Navy. We should have access to the Mirage variant, I imagine. Where's that? Is it somewhere here? Isn't that our fighter? Okay. Maybe not being specific. Alright, let's have a look at our electronics and industry. Wow, we don't have 95 microprocessors. Yikes. Okay, we're going to definitely get the research speed and factory output from there. Research and cap, it's fine. Okay, so they've also added a whole new section of the fuel processing and power technologies. As you can see here, we can get better quality gasification combined, advanced control. We also can get high efficiency, like solar panels and stuff. We can get better quality utility storage as well. At the moment, I don't think we need to upgrade our railway. Resource efficiency, it's probably not a bad idea to do that. We currently have 19 fossil fuels within France. Okay. 54 light metals, no rubber, no technology metals. Fair bit of steel. 0 precious metals. Okay, how about we upgrade everything? We don't want to be too unreliant. Let's go with that. And let's go high efficiency. So let's go with all that stuff. Alright. We have the international market here. Okay. Trade-wise, we will come back to this once we get some construction going. So at the moment, money-wise, we're making 1.3. Population tax 39%. That's a little bit too high for my liking. Corporate 28. That could go down as well. So I think it's probably not a bad idea to build an office sector. So let's build one in Paris. I also think we should be keeping a watchful eye on our energy generation and consumption because it's quite close there. So I think we'll build another nuclear reactor. Where should we build it? Probably just on the outskirts of France and Paris here. We could get some renewable energy as well. So we should build that. We'll build it off the coast of Brittany. That'd be quite smart. Having some wind solar panels. Wind and solar out here. Okay, and let's build a fossil fuel plant somewhere as well. We can't build it down in southern France. I guess we'll build it here. I don't know. And strategic fuel reserve. Let's build one in Paris itself, right in the capital. Okay, so let's go to our production. Let's have a look. So at the moment, we can't produce any rifles, which is quite... Let's get all this in. Produced without a military organization. Oh, wow. So there's even more in depth into this. Yikes. Okay. Interesting. Well, let's put everything in for now. I don't think we need attack helicopter. Make sure we're producing at least one of everything. Okay. There's a lot of stuff here. Let's go with a 3rd generation tank. We might look to buy tanks. Oh, attack helicopters are really good. In this mod, you can get some really deadly attack helicopter divisions. So let's get one of everything. Let's set it all up. Air Force wise, what do I want? Generation 1 drone. Oh yeah, so here we go. Here's the Mirage variants. So let's get one of them going. Raphael multi-role. Air superiority. Let's go with this one, which gives us a close air. Okay, dockyards wise. Oh wow, we've actually got quite a large navy, which is surprising. We'll go with convoys. I think we'll go with a battle cruiser. Just having a brief look there. It seems like we've actually got a really nice, wide variety and well-balanced navy. Submarines for the price and cost effectiveness. I think we should build a bunch of subs. Like, subs are so underrated in Millennium Dawn. They're so good in vanilla Hearts of Iron 4. And in this. So how long would it take? It's going to take 6 years to get that. Yikes. 1 year for an attack sub. 3 year for a missile. So now that's going to require us to get some trade going. So let's get some rubber from India. Let's get some technology metals from Australia. And let's get some precious metals from the United States. Okay, recruitment and deployment. Let's have a look at these divisions. They're not too shabby. So I think we'll try and get one of everything. Get some French Foreign Legion in, I suppose. I actually don't mind the default divisions for Millennium Dawn. They're not terrible. You can get better ones, but I don't think they're that bad as people say. I think people overstate that. Okay, let's drop everyone down. Get one of everything going. A nice even splattering. Alright, let's have a look at our logistics and materiel. 300 attack helicopters. Yikes. 500 battle tanks. Yeah, we definitely need more. We have a really nice amount of armored personnel carriers. 4,000. What are our rifles looking at? Ooh, 7,000? I'd like that to be in the high 10k, ideally. Officer cores, we can upgrade that eventually. Oh, let's have a look at our missiles and stuff. Now, I believe we don't have a strike first doctrine. No. I don't think we do. For example, if they like equip an ICBM, load it up, aim it right at Paris, and they're like shooting it, I don't think we can preemptively stop them from doing that, technically. Interesting. Alright, so army-wise, 12 divisions, 73 battalions. Okay. A lot more armor than what I thought. I thought they'd have more infantry units. Okay, so that's not terrible. Alright, let's move. Where would we go first? Germany? They're probably too strong. Italy? Probably the same. Spain. Over the Pyrenees could be an idea. Well, let's set up a front line. And set up a potential invasion plan for Spain. Alright, let's have a look at our Air Force. How many planes do we have? Oh wow, we've actually got quite a bit. 119. Whoa! 254 2000 4th Gen Mirage fighters. Yikes, that's pretty good. Huh, okay. So we definitely have a really good Air Force. What about Navy? Oh, very nice. 19 fleets. We have a carrier? We have one carrier. Seriously? Is it a carrier? Or is it, you know what I mean? Like, the Chinese have carriers, technically. The Charles de Gaulle. Oh, wow, okay. Yeah, so it's definitely a good idea to get some subs, I think, and then get a battleship. Because we've got frigates, 8, so we've got 1 carrier, 4 helicopter operators, 1 cruiser, 18 frigates, 6 destroyers. So that's really nice for screening. 4 missile subs, 6 attack, 9 corvettes. So yeah, we definitely made the right decision in getting 1 battleship and then getting subs for the rest. Okay, well let's grab the Navy and let's rally it up. I think we'll move it to Brittany. I think that's the play. Various other decisions as well. And unlock military industrial traits. So what side do we want to go down? An R&D team. So I think... So this is just like production bonuses. Military bonus. Reliability. I don't think we're going to have a reliability problem. Okay, I think we're going to go down heavy vehicle selection. I think that's the trait we want. Okay, for helicopters, so let's go through all of this. So we have to do this for every single one. Okay, so I've prioritized soft attack, breakthrough, and basically heavy armor. Man, there's so much stuff you can really min-max here and dive into. But yeah, prioritizing mostly heavy armor. Armor piercing, hard, and soft attack. That's what I'm sort of going for. Alright, let's continue on. Exiled divisions. Oh, okay, they're moving back across. We're using a little bit of fuel at the moment as we're rallying up the Navy in Brittany. Is it here? Let's merge. Is all of it here? Not quite. And then we'll put basically the rest of our naval units to be recruited straight there. So if you were to attack the Spanish, 80% inferior enemy, still got some divisions. So a war we would probably win. Okay, is everyone here now? Let's get a French admiral in. Okay, there's one more that hasn't quite made it. But we can now automatically set to this naval group. And we don't have to worry about divvying it up. Alright, let's continue on. Okay, a little bit of officer experience. Let's go with division training time -10. That's quite a bit because we are trying to grow our army at least to 50 to 60 divisions. Defense, not so much yet. Let's go with the army drill expert. Okay, so what's this? Oh, we can put a naval officer in. Naval speed positioning. We can do it early. It's only 10. Or should we save up for the 20? I think we'll save up for the 20. Okay, decisions wise, we've got this reactor grade material. So where do we want this campaign to go? It's probably not a bad idea to side with the US. They are the strongest faction in the game. So let's buy reactor grade material from the United States. The United States has accepted the purchase. The United States have confirmed the sale of nuclear fuel to power our reactors, right? A shipment is en route. Nice. So that's been done and sealed. We are using a little bit of fuel as the Navy's sitting here. Okay, so we can open the market as well. I wouldn't mind potentially buying equipment. Oh, I guess we spent it? Interesting. The main thing is the tanks. We've got plenty of IVFs. It wouldn't be a bad idea to maybe buy some Leopard 1s. Hell, even maybe some Centurions potentially. Yeah, let's get one lot of Leopard 1s and let's get a Centurion as well. And we'll try and pay off this debt as best we can as we make plans and preparations to go against the Spanish. Okay, this has now been complete, our intelligence agency. Okay, I don't know where we're going to send them just yet. Alright, so French politique is now done. Where do I want to go down, potentially? I haven't decided just yet. So maybe we go with Franco Spear for now. I imagine we want to stand. Western outlook. So the PRP is growing though. Okay, we got some political power now to spend. I think we just simply go to fast growth. Suppose we reduce corruption as well. Okay, so we're minus 800, 108, 81 billion because of those reactors, I suppose. We will make it back eventually. Okay, we're consuming a bunch of fuel. Why? Okay. I'm assuming it's got to do with our industry that we got going. Okay, so let's import fuel from the United States. That's still not offsetting. So it looks like we're putting all our eggs in the American basket for now. We have an agent we can recruit. Tiago Dupas. he sounds cool. Maybe we go with her though. She's a linguist. Okay, Francosphere is now complete. Is there anywhere we want to immediately go into? We got North Africa, Spain. Okay, I'm just sort of seeing here. Fixing our economy is probably not a bad idea. French army as well. Yeah, how about we get that? Give us experience all around. Have we hit 20 yet? No. Okay, so we can. So let's upgrade our navy. Let's go with naval maneuver. Air Force wise. Ground support, air supremacy. I don't tend to strategically bomb that much. We are getting submarines eventually. Division recovery rate. That's probably not too bad. Air supremacy. No. Which one do I want? We are getting submarines, so maybe we get a submarine expert. Okay, so the Saudis want to propose a trade agreement. Sure, I'm more than happy to accept that. So the Spanish have moved some infantry to their border, keeping a watchful eye on us. We'll allocate some more of these officer corps. And I think we're making plans and preparations to go for a war pretty early on. We could continue to build up the Grand Armée. Division, attack, that would be quite nice. I don't think we would lose on the face of things. They are guaranteeing the independence of Andorra. Okay. I was just seeing if they were getting guaranteed. We would like to try and build up our fuel capacity as much as we can. And can we allocate this last one? Air wing experience? No, let's go with army experience and recovery. Italy wants a trade agreement. Sure, we'll accept. Nice. And now we're getting our first lot of infantry being recruited. Mostly are using the Milan ATGM, the anti-tank guided missile. We're using the FAMAS G2 and the portable air defense of the Manpad. Okay, so Italy wants to invest. The project is going to cost 16 billion. What's going on in Italy at the moment? Western outlook. They have military bases in Bosnia, but that's about it. We'll accept that. And we'll move this to the front line. So how far away until we get proper units coming? Okay. So still a little bit away. We could afford to wait. We're in no rush just yet. That's the thing the thing is with Hearts of Iron 4, you can just sit back for the entire campaign, building up military equipment and material, get that production efficiency. It's so good. And then once you attack, it's basically you can run over everyone. I don't necessarily have the patience for that all the time. I'd rather attack a little bit earlier for the fun of things. Okay, we'll continue to look to pay off our debt where we can. Okay, that's now being complete. Where do I want to go down here? Research rate for all armor. Close air support. Let's get an upgrade there. So at least let's maybe go through the tier 1 approach of the army. Might not be a bad idea to reduce our corruption potentially. It might be smart. Nice. We've finally unlocked some doctrines. We also have some other ones here as well. Air, mobile, marine, airborne. So let's start off with a land doctrine. Now I tend to go down with network-centric warfare and go down the combined arms operation. So let's start off with this, which will give us a max planning bonus. So we're already growing our military apparatus. Okay, yeah, let's spend the 390 to reduce our corruption. It does look like the non-aligned and the nationals have lost some sphere of influence. So the Italians are still building a civilian factory for us, which is nice. We're focusing on getting this office sector, which will be complete in 2 years. Then we'll eventually be able to get all of these other fantastic stuff. Oh, it's only going to be 18 days before we get some Leopard 2s and Challengers in, so we probably should wait for those to come in. Okay, so we do have some spare political power here. I think we'll leave it. Alright, Air Force has been complete. Let's just go with the Navy one. We probably couldn't afford to wait. Okay. So we've got some self-propelled American M270s there. They can come down to help. Now we're operating with 14 divisions, 83 battalions. 4 tank battalions, 3 light, 2 mechanized, 2 special, 1 airborne, 1 light air assault. I want to look at this. This is probably like absolutely wicked. Yeah, 42 Cougar attack helicopters. Hell yeah. There will be other political events as well going on. We can't upgrade any of this, unfortunately. But it looks like we're going to be... What can we upgrade? Oh, maybe airborne stuff. Maybe go with marine. Okay, airborne. It's going to give us some organization, so let's spend that. More infantry coming along. Is it up here? Where can we spend it? Is it somewhere else here in the Navy, no? Why is it saying I can spend more but I can't? Oh, here, right. That was it. Okay. Let's go with economic boom now. Once that comes in. Okay. Still trying to bring down our debt. Once this is complete, we probably should be ready to go. We might need to request some more fuel from the States. But we've been sitting here for a couple months now. We've probably got an idea how we want to go against the Spanish. Okay, so we're at corruption 3. No, we're not going to accept that proposal. We just spent the political power trying to whittle it down. But so far, politically, Jacques Chirac seems to be wiping out a lot of his political opponents. It's gone up to 72 now. Morocco asked for a debt bailout. Sure. Let's do that, because we might be able to force assimilate the country, potentially. Okay, now that that's complete, I guess we go with economic policy. Okay, so we've got some traits to dish out here. What can we go for? Is it officer corps stuff? Or is it down here? Okay. Alright. We have 198 political power. Should I spend this on any more? Should we change our to semi-consumption? We could go with a mixed economy, potentially. Alright, let's go with semi-consumption. Let's set ready up to go. So we're going to fly over the Pyrenees. Aggressive. Yep. Let's make sure the Navy is going to be doing convoy raiding, operating from the Bay of Biscay to the Iberian coast. We'll completely surround Spain. Air Force wise, where is our biggest base? Okay, we've got 1,000 in Provence. So let's try and chuck nearly 1,000 there. Oh, that's everyone. Okay, well, let's get them to operate over the top. We'll go with close air support, and then that's what I think we should focus on. Because sometimes you can do multi-role if you got a bunch of multi-role fighters, but no. We'll just go with close air support for now. And we'll just quickly get them running so we can have a rough idea how much fuel we're using, a bunch. So we're going to negotiate with the Americans. Yeah, we're just going to hammer through that oil. Yikes, we're really going to have to rely on the Americans for this. Okay. We might actually have to cancel some of these other production projects for now. Because we haven't even got any tanks or anything involved just yet. Okay, so now, oh my god, we're actually requesting 64 fossil fuel products from the States. And that's the only way we can support this war. Yikes. Okay, did those challenges arrive? One batch did. So I wonder if they're automatically just being chucked into one of these divisions. They might have been very well. Is it here? Anyway, if we lose a couple of these, they'll be put to use eventually. As you can see here, we've already got some American self-propelled artillery there. That's already come in. Alright then, let's declare war upon the Spanish. The UK, Portugal aren't going to be too happy. Hopefully no one comes in to defend them. So let's go. France has declared war upon Spain. Okay, so war-wise, we have 15 divisions. They have an estimated 9 to 28. We currently have industry over them. I'm assuming we're going to have air supremacy and potentially naval supremacy. So we're starting to push on over. The Italians are going to send us military aid. So Ukraine is starting to get better quality relations with us. Do we have some air wings not doing anything? No. Okay. So, do we have air supremacy over the top? We do. We are starting to use a lot of this fuel. Can I get some more potentially? Maybe the Saudis can give me some more? Because that's what's going to sort of make or break this offensive. Okay, that's a bit better now. At the moment, we have naval supremacy all about. And we are slowly but surely moving into Spanish territory. We're winning in a lot of areas. We're starting to now hit their convoys. We've taken out 3. We've managed to take out 2 Spanish Hornets there. As their air force is starting to deploy. We took out another one there as well. A lot of naval combat is going on. Okay. We've lost 77. We managed to take out 8k Spaniards. Okay. No. The maritime industry suppose a trade deal, so we can subsidize convoys. I suppose we subsidize the industry. We're slowly but surely pushing over the Pyrenees. Andorra asks for a bailout. We'll accept that. Still chipping away at their air force, which is super nice. Our navy's doing really quite well. Probably could switch to air supremacy now. If things become an issue, we might need to swap back. We are super smashing their air force, which is kind of crazy. In the open sea. 225 French losses. Now we're getting into a really interesting situation. Oh, wow. The Saudis, I think, cancelled their fuel export to us. The Americans don't want to send us any more as well. Yikes. I guess we asked Russia. Oh, maybe... Wait, why can't we get any more? I guess it's our convoys. Maybe our convoys are starting to get hit. Oh, we've got an engagement here now, though. With their navy. Okay. Yeah, let's just go down army stuff. Switch back to air support. I can't see us losing this war, but it is going a little bit more slower than what I anticipated. We're going to run out of fuel soon. That's going to be a major issue. Okay. They are... I've only chipped away about 70% towards their capitulation. Yikes. Okay. Yeah, even though we're importing a bunch, we just don't have any convoys. We had a convoy issue. I think that's what's happening. We are producing them. They're just taking a while to get here. We're going to be out of fuel. Oh no, it's good now. Maybe our convoys are getting hit and I can't see somewhere. They might be actually. For supply for trade. Yeah, maybe we're exporting stuff, technically. We're getting pretty close. Ethiopia seeks investment. Sure. Okay. We hit rock bottom, but now we're bouncing a bit. We are getting convoys, but they just seem to be getting taken up. Alright, unfortunately, although the Navy's doing a tremendous job, we're going to have to basically halt our naval operations, and we're going to have to go back and base them back in Brittany. So that should help our fuel massively. Okay. We're stretching them now a bit, so this should help our front line. We've taken Valencia. Barcelona has been liberated. They are getting more divisions, but at the moment we've only lost 1k to their 25. We're starting to stretch them quite a bit. We're making our way towards Madrid. We've unlocked some more doctrines as well. We want to go down with combined arms. We're about to surround a unit here. But slowly but surely, Spain will be under French occupation. Okay, fuel's an issue again. Where's the Navy? Is it being properly based? You get back. Why? Get here. Get back. They're not doing operations somewhere else, are they? Okay. Instantly fixes our fuel issue. Okay. Where do I want to go down? Airborne recovery. It's probably not a bad idea. Paratrooper organization. Let's go with this. Insufficient resources. Yes, I know. We'll get back to it at some point. Okay. We're going to get a bonus down there. Well, we're getting pushed back a little bit slightly. A large-scale drought is affecting Senegal. They require aid. Sure. We can't allow one of our former French-speaking colonies to get pushed into a different sphere of influence. We lost 5k now compared to their 40. We are getting stretched a bit, but we still haven't managed to take Madrid. Oh, we finally don't have air supremacy over the top. Our close air support isn't working. Maybe we switch to air supremacy then? Yeah, there we go. That's a bit better. Start taking it out. We're sitting at 470. We might be able to get rid of their active fighters completely. which should change the tide. Okay, a lot of our industry stuff just got finished off then, and I think I want to go with fuel refinery. That would be the only thing I change. Everything else we can continue to invest in. Oh, that's going to take 1,000 days. Let's not do that. Let's go with resource gain. Okay, still very much focusing on Madrid. 6k, not too high. Congo asks for a bailout. I'm going to refuse that one. As it's not a... I don't think the Congo... No, that was Dutch, wasn't it? I don't think it was in our sphere of influence. Okay, we're starting to wrap around here. We want to try and build up our fuel supply again. We've got another unit we can send down south. A little bit of a push here. Have we crushed their air force? Nearly completely wiped it out. We can probably switch back now to close air. A little bit of an encirclement here. Nice. We've managed to cut off the Galicia province to southern Spain here. A little bit of a push. Nice. Okay, let's just continue to get bonuses. Sierra Leone wants a trade agreement. Sure, we'll accept that. Let's continue to go down this. They are very close to capitulation, but we're starting to balloon a little bit. There's no crazy naval invasions or anything going on, no. Okay, let's swing back around. We're trying to push for Leon. Madrid's now fallen, and it's probably only going to be a matter of time before the rest of Spain does. Yes, we'll grant Andorra the bailout. They must be so close to capitulating. Let's go with Armoured Landing Force. April now, 2001. Our front line could be a little bit better. Can we just go straight for Seville? Yeah, go for Malaga. Like, they're so close. Right, make sure you push for this. Focus on Granada. We just need those last little capture points. How have they not capitulated? What is happening? Colombia. Okay, we're about to crush the rest of them in the north here. I am worried about an encircle, like a naval invasion in the north, but we should be okay. Alright, let's focus on this, and then we'll eventually draw a front line down here in a second. They're about to capitulate. Spain proper's about to fall. I'm curious to see, though, before they do capitulate, who was supporting them? No one. So we've lost 14k, which isn't a tremendous amount, seeing as they've lost 70. Go back for Seville. Nice, we got it. Spain has capitulated. We've managed to take 105 Boeing CH-47 Chinooks. And some trains as well. Nice. Okay, so where do we begin? So, liberate. Oh, nice. We could just partition Spain. Puppet Catalonia, Galicia, Basque Country, Spain, Andalusia, the Canary Islands. I'm nearly tempted to do that. So, Puppet Catalonia. And then have them all serve a greater France. Galicia, the Basque Country, Andalusia, and the Canaries. And we'll submit that. And then we'll give them their own regions. I kind of want to core some of this territory over the Pyrenees for me. So, to be like Greater France. And then I am open to puppeting a lot. Okay, so I'm going to take this at least. I don't want it to look too border gory, you know what I mean? Don't want it to be too gross. Is that too much? Yeah, I think so. So we'll take that. Do I want some of the coast here? No. I definitely want this. I think I'll take that. I am open to sort of taking some of their island, far-flung island territory. So we'll puppet. The territory that I can see here. Okay, so we'll puppet that. Do I want to take just this, though, for me? I think I might. Alright, we've got the navy here as well. Nice. We can basically take their entire navy, I think. And we'll do that. Okay, well, I think I'm happy with the partition of Spain. Let's confirm. Nice. So, Spain has capitulated. France has taken 6 states. Catalonia, Galicia, the Basque Country, Andalusia, the Canary Islands are all free and liberated, but they now swear fealty to France. That is not Tyson Fury. Oh god. Okay, then we've got Andalusia, Galicia, and the Basque Country in Bilbao. Nice. Okay. So how does that change our economy slightly? So now we have more energy generation. I think I just want to see if it changes. Okay. So that's helped us quite a bit. Our office sector is going to be 21. We've got 33 construction. So even taking this, we've managed to get a little bit more. Military factory still sit very much the same. Alright. And then what's going on in Spain now? Gabriel is now their faction leader. And now we can create a faction whenever we want. Nice. Very nicely done. We should be able to see the navy we took as well. Nice. Look at this. Oh, wow. We've managed to take 33 ships. That's insane. Look at all those flotillas as well. We're going to have a massive French armada. Fantastic. Alrighty, let's continue to expand and conquer. We have an abundance of political power. Now, there isn't too many decisions to spend on. Our economy's good. We're not constantly juggling with economic downturn and corruption. Also, our governmental expenditures. I guess we could switch to globalized trade eventually. Is it better to go in stages of trade law? Or should we just jump to the end? Hopefully there's no unforeseen consequences. I could switch to a partial draft as well, as we've only got 60k manpower left, which isn't a crazy amount. Okay, so how long until we can get upgraded famous? 2005. Let's continue to focus on industry where we can. Let's go with gene therapy. National focus. Let's continue down the army. Getting army upgrades, I think. And then we might look to go for a new target potentially. Maybe some of these smaller states now. Andorra, Monaco, incredibly wealthy. I don't think we're going to need an air force particularly to help us out. I don't think they even have a standing army. Okay, let's move the navy we've managed to pick up there. Merge. We are slowly but surely building a world-class navy. We've also got some land doctrine points to spend as well. And let's look to move into Andorra. Yeah, governmental expenditures, I think it's probably fine. Could go medium though. Okay, still making a profit. Resource-wise, could get some rubber, could get some steel. We're not going to need a crazy amount of fuel. We're not going to be at war for too long if they don't have a standing army. I doubt that Andorra is going to call anyone in and challenge us overall. So, let's go to war with Andorra. And let's march on in. Nice. I think we'll just annex it. Germany and Ukraine want to send material. Nice. We could give it to the Basque country, but I don't think so. Just need to wait for it to be done. And calculate. Nice. Clear conquest. And I suppose we'll continue on this same vein. We might go for Monaco and Liechtenstein as well. Let's move over to there. It should actually probably help out our GDP quite a bit. Oh my god, that tank is so massive. So let's go to war with Monaco. Let's move in. They've now capitulated. Let's continue to bail out the new states we've liberated in Spain. Andalusia, Catalonia, and the Basque country. And let's take Monaco. They don't have a navy or a standing army or anything. Nice. We brought them in. Okay. So, decent amount of civvy factories now, which is good. Okay, we've got some traits and officer corps to deal with. Let's spend them out. And where do we go next? We probably nearly can make our own faction, but I think we should go north. We've got a large enough army to liberate the French speakers in Belgium. And we've also got some fresh recruits as well. So let's make a front line. Now we are moving into the Germanic sphere of influence. And I suppose Britain to some extent. So let's just hope they don't declare war upon us. Right, let's move on up. We could do with a navy. An air force helping. Yep. Let's get you fly boys to run some drills over the top. As we're slowly but surely building up and securing France's borders. And hopefully we can get strong enough to then go after a big faction like the UK, Germany, Italy. We'll see. I don't think we're strong enough just yet. I don't want to declare war upon a major faction until we at least have at least 50 divisions. So we might look to go down into North Africa, South America potentially. So let me know in the comments where you'd like me to expand and conquer for this series. I'm thinking definitely a lot of our old colonial territory. I would like to get some divisions from them as well at some point. Okay, so let's declare war upon Belgium. And let's go, 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 go. A little bit of resistance. Let's get our air force running over the top, close air support. We'll get our navy to do convoy raiding in the channel. They have managed to bring up some divisions, but nothing too crazy. Let's make sure we call everyone in. And this should be a nice, quick, easy war against Belgium. Now, unlike in Spain, where we puppeted, liberated a bunch of factions, I think I might go down the same route as Andorra and Monaco. And ultimately just take all this for myself. Nice. We've managed to take some decent rifles there. Let's call all of this territory to be considered as Greater France. And they also have got a sizable navy as well. We could look to go against the Dutch as well, because they're just close by. Okay, only a small additional navy. The more territory we have bordering Germany, the easier it will be to get over there. I'm pretty sure the Maginot Line has been dismantled. But it is still a bit of a narrow push to push over from South-Lorraine or whatever it's called. That's Strasbourg territory. Having a point into northern Germany from the Netherlands will make things a lot easier. Alright, so I might even look to core that territory as well, potentially. It won't look too weird and border gory. So let's extend the Navy to run with some more convoy raiding drills. Let's make sure we get enough fuel from the United States. Man, already in this new update 1.9, you can definitely notice how much more you're reliant on fuel resources from various nations. Yikes. Alright, let's declare war upon the Netherlands. Let's go on in. A little bit more narrow. Will they put up more of a fight compared to Belgium? So far, potentially not. Moving in now to Amsterdam. If we can secure and control the biggest port in Western Europe, that's going to be a massive coup for us. And they don't have any overseas territory, no. They've just got this. So let's core all that. Very nicely done. Could take Luxembourg now. Oh, we can't actually afford a lot of the large Dutch navy. That's unfortunate. We're just going to have to pass on it then. Okay, so... Wow, 47. Our civilian sector's gone up massively. Means our energy consumption's gone up a bit as well. So we're going to be able to finish that office sector soon, which is nice. But we've managed to take and control most of the Western European industrial sect under a French banner. And we can create a faction soon at some point. Okay, where do we go now? Luxembourg, I guess. It's just there. Small little outlier. And then we'll probably make plans and preparations to go against someone big. Maybe Germany. Maybe North African territory. I don't know. Haven't decided just yet, so let me know in the chat and comments. Yeah. Luxembourg isn't going to hold too much longer. We managed to get a dockyard though. Let's chuck it on the convoy, which would be nice. Okay. Let's hopefully bring Luxembourg under French control. And we'll probably look to core this as well. Nice. Clear-cut victory. And China has embargoed us. Okay. Little bit bizarre. We can finally create a faction now as well. So, let's create one. Let's call it the Entente. With Spain and our Spanish allies, I suppose. There's more than 3, but that's alright. We're in a pretty good position now. We're slowly but surely building up. Ideally, I want to try and get to at least 50 or so divisions before we go up against a main faction like the States, Germany, Italy, the UK, potentially. So here today, first up, we're going to make plans and preparations to go into Portugal. Now, hopefully, the British don't back them and support them, or otherwise we're going to have to start the, well, 100 Years' War again, I suppose. So let's move everyone to the border, and let's get ready to go on in. Let's declare war upon Portugal. And we're going to be able to have assistance from our Iberian allies as well. I think we might puppet Portugal, potentially. Or maybe we can partition it a bit. Maybe Andalusia, Galatia have a claim to some of this old Lusitani territory, as it were. Yikes. They capitulated so quickly. The British wouldn't have had a chance to come on in. Okay, well, let's have a look. So, should we give this southern portion to Andalusia? I'm kind of tempted to. Just to make the state a little bit bigger. Yeah, that's alright. And we'll expand Galatia. Because I'm sure at some point, either sides would have had a claim to this territory. Like, historically, you'd think. And I suppose I just puppet the rest, along with the Portuguese navy as well. Unfortunately, we don't have enough war score. That's a shame. Oh well. And it's going to take us too long to get to it anyway, so let's not worry about it. We'll let the Portuguese control their own navy for all intensive purposes. We're still waiting for some of the main political events to kick off in the early 2000s. We are in September after all, so we'll see what happens there. Oh my god, look how many countries are blocking us now. Oh, that's really bad. Okay, our resources haven't taken a hit just yet, but they will, so that's gonna... that sort of made me want to go definitely into North Africa then and secure our old territorial holdings. 23 divisions. Got heaps of construction. I actually am going to try and switch some of them to military. We don't need that much now. So we can focus on getting better quality equipment. But now we need to secure resource independence. So I think going down into North Africa. So, oh, perfect. I was thinking, oh, we probably should realistically go after Algeria first. But we will have to set up a costly naval invasion. However, because we've puppeted Spain, we have access to the former Spanish military bases in Morocco. So we're going to go just move over there and then probably declare war upon them, open up a front. I think Algeria has a massive army in the modern day mod, so it's definitely something to be worried about. Okay, so we're going to focus on Morocco firstly, and we'll have more military divisions to come down as well. We're also getting to a stage where we can rely on our allies to produce units, which is nice. Now, it's sometimes a little bit tricky to set up a front line from these tiles, and that seems to work. Not good. I feel like when it's like one tile like that, sometimes it tends to bug out, but it's okay. It seems to be working now. Alright, let's move everyone down where we can. Still focusing on our industry, more or less. Our military's quite fine at the moment. We've also upped our available manpower, which is nice. And we'll move the French Navy south, which is absolutely massive at the moment. I thought we would have to use our valuable and high-tech naval industry, but we're mostly just focusing on convoys. We've managed to conquer so many factions, we don't even need to build our own ships. We can just take them, I suppose. Once we have Morocco under our control, we should be able to push into a bunch of West African, West Saharan, former French territory and liberate the old French-speaking countries, I suppose. Okay, let's declare war upon Morocco now then, and move on in. So they do have some units on the border, so there will be some initial resistance early on. So let's go to war with them. Let's see if anyone backs them. So France is at war with Morocco. We'll call our allies in. You never know. The people in the Canary Islands might start doing some naval invasions. Oh yeah, there's the Portuguese Navy. They're nearby. Okay, let's move everyone south if we can. The British just watching from Gibraltar. What is happening there? What they're thinking. And we're going to continue to focus on our... actually, I was going to say military, but we might go down economic stuff, matter of fact. Okay, so the war is kicked off. We seem to be pushing here a little bit better. The Ukrainians want a trade agreement with us. More reinforcements are coming. Fortunately, our air force is just a little bit too far away. We might need to move it from operating in the airfields of southern France to, well, a more advanced position. That's a bit better. Close and carve down the distance. Ideally. Okay, we're starting to take some tiles now, which is a bit better. Portugal. I want to request this unit. Oh, interesting. So, although we're not getting material aid from the UK or the Swedes, they are providing it to the Portuguese. Not a terrible division. What's in this? Whoa! That's all American equipment. M4s, Javelins, Stingers. Crikey. That's a fantastic division. Oh, it's a Blackwater division. Did they buy that, personally? I didn't buy that. Interesting. So, they can't afford to produce their own divisions, but they can buy them, and then we can request them. That's fantastic. The Basque Country paid for a Blackwater division, and now we've got it. That's definitely something. Okay, so they're going to come in and help. Dude. That equipment is fantastic early on. And I guess we'll just pay for the replacements. We've got a massive stockpile as well that we can use. So we're all good. Okay, we are slowly upgrading our land doctrine as well. That's another thing. We don't want to be thrown straight and head on to a major war. Oh, it's happened. Diplomatic response to the war on tea. I suppose we... Yeah, I think we stand with America. We have a faction. We can potentially invite them in, depending on what sort of happens. So we're going to stand with Bush. We are playing on the 2000 start date, of course. Okay, nice. We've managed to consolidate a really nice, strong position in Morocco. And we can probably look to advance. Okay, so America is doing their war, of course. We'll support them where we can. We could maybe go into that Syrian-Lebanese area. That was our old French sphere of influence. We could maybe help them out there. Okay, let's continue to flood and ferry down forces to this war against Morocco. It shouldn't last too much longer. Our fuel is fine. Navy's doing incredibly well. This is a really good push here now, though. And then we've got to figure out what we want to do. Do we pop it? Maybe. Ah, yeah, so Spain has bought another Blackwater division. Interesting. So most of these divisions we're getting, we can equip them. We've got a decent amount of rifles now. The other nations are buying them with their resources or going into debt, which is fascinating. Oh my god, we've lost under 400. We've knocked out 82k Moroccans. That's a big yikes from them. Let's go with this. I think we want to... No, actually no. I'd rather go with the civilian factories, because we're already converting some. It'll give us the ability to convert more. But going steel is probably not a bad idea. Nice, they've capitulated. Okay, so... we can puppet Morocco straight up. I'm kind of tempted to do so. There's no one else. No, let's just puppet them straight away. Bring them into our faction. We will, however, take their navy. So Morocco is now fully under French occupation. And we've taken back our first piece of North African territory for quite some time. Now this is the real main goal. Bringing back French rule into Algeria. So let's draw some front lines. And now that we've got Morocco on our side, we're going to be able to move into the western half of the country a lot easier. More reinforcements heading down south. Brazil wants a trade agreement. We'll accept. And we'll set up a front line and get ready to move in. So George Bush announces Operation Freedom. Okay. If we get called in, we'll help, but we'll see how we go. I don't know what we could do. We could maybe declare a war upon Iraq, maybe? I don't know. We can help him around in and around Basra, I think it is. We'll see, though. Anything else I can change here? Not really. I think we're good. Okay, more reinforcements are heading south, which is nice. Little couple wars breaking out, nothing too intense. Alright, let's move the Navy over. And Air Force. Alright, let's go to war with Algeria. But so far, no one seems to be overall guaranteeing the independence of a lot of these countries. We're having free reign, which is rather nice. Well, tension is at 100. There's an Cote d'Ivoire and Ivory Coast civil war. Interesting. Okay, so we're doing a little bit better in the south. More reinforcements are coming in. And then I suppose we do the same for Algeria. Look to pop at it. We're at a stage now that our stockpiles are quite large. So what I want to do is I want to add more infantry units to be deployed in Paris. Let's go with 3G and this. We want to ideally get to about 50, 60 or so. I don't think we'll say anything. I don't think we'll condemn them. Slowly but surely pushing into Algeria. Big army though. But we're just stretching them too thin. We do have military supremacy over them. And then after this, I don't really know where we go. We've got a decision to sort of make. We could go further south into the depths. Okay, we are hemorrhaging a little bit. Our production isn't too bad. Our employment is growing. Would have been worse if we occupied Spain, if I guess. We got so much political power. Nice! They've capitulated. Alrighty. We can satellite someone. I think I just puppet all of Algeria. Straight up. And we'll take the Navy as well. I wonder how big it is. Out of curiosity. Nice. But our faction is growing. The Entente. Okay, so the US petitions us for an invasion. Or, I guess they petition the UN. Of course, we're going to back them. We're one of the main 5 on the Security Council. We can't invite them to this faction. They're currently guaranteeing the independence of Taiwan, Korea, Qatar, and Israel. Okay, that's broken out though. We're making money now. We'll pay off that debt where we can. Always got to keep a watchful eye on it. Alright, Mali time. And we'll declare war upon Niger as well. Because we're so close, it might be easier just to combine the wars. Okay, fuel's a little bit of a concern. But because we've backed the US in their Middle Eastern war, we voted yes on the Security Council resolution. They should basically give us all the fuel we want. Okay, so let's continue to increase our steel industry before we bring Mali and Niger back under French occupation. Whoa, China declare war upon them? Okay. Niger's capitulated, so let's pop at them. We'll see how that goes. It's 2002. That war's broken out. That's kind of crazy. Alright. And let's pop it Mali as well. Nice. So, the best thing... Oh, it's French Malaya now. Interesting, they changed the name of the country. So we can basically demand and wield all of these resources if we want. Our airborne went up a bit, along with our marine doctrine. Okay. Alright, we might look to go elsewhere, potentially. Now, fuel is becoming an issue. We could look to secure Venezuela, potentially. We've got a nice chunk of West Africa. We probably can look to move elsewhere. We still have, like, Syria/Lebanon. We've also even got New Caledonia. So we could even go for someone like Australia. Like, we could even bring them under our control, potentially. They are a mostly resource/export economy. Now, I didn't realize this. We actually have a land bridge to Venezuela, which will make things so much easier. The New Caledonia invasion would be a little bit harder, but we've got a huge navy now. But I think what I want to do is head over to South America, head over to our Central American French territory. We're also going to drop these additional divisions as well, as we're at a stage we can probably deploy them at least half competently with not fully equipped infantry, but it's fine. It doesn't seem to do much of a difference as long as you've got a couple of full stacks, 2 or 3 that are fully equipped. It's sometimes better just to have bodies on the ground. Alright, so let's switch over to military now. And we're actually getting some Spanish divisions. So we're going to head on over and we'll move the navy as well, because we might need to navally invade from Guadalupe. There's this island chain here that we have some territory. Now, if we manage to bring Venezuela into our faction... Actually, I might just core them, potentially, because they have some of the most valuable oil reserves in the game. So I might just core them, because that's the main issue we're having at the moment. Having a consistent and reliable fuel resource. And we're definitely going to need that if we are to go against a major faction. Okay. So, we're struggling to set up a front line. So, yeah, I didn't even realize this, like, little island here north of Venezuela is actually French territory. I don't even know what this place is. But we can sit here. You forget how big and vast the French Empire was. So, we're moving everyone over to Western Morocco. An election's coming up. Okay, he's gonna stay into 2007, I think. We'll attack the non-aligned. Charles de Gaulle is very stable politically now, which is good. It's even gone up through these multiple conquests. Our fuel's empty. We're gonna have to address that at some point. Let's go with convoy raiding there. So Venezuela won't be able to bring anything in. Vietnam declares war upon Malaysia. The US and Iraq go at it. Interesting. Morocco has a division we can request. Colombia wants trade. So what's happening here? Can I see? No, we can't invite them. Nice. So, yeah, he's been officially re-elected, Charles de Gaulle. That's really quite nice. Now that there's a fair few wars popping off, we have to be a little bit careful. We could send some divisions to the States. Non-aligned is growing quite a bit there, though. Alright, we need to get these second lots of divisions over. Come on. They're nearly there. Now, hopefully we don't need to rely on a naval invasion, but we might do. We'll see. We should be able to push from that tile, but it might be easier said than done. But economic boom. Our economy's doing tremendously well. Got some spare military factories as well. Let's go with this. Okay, the time is nigh. Let's pay off our debt a little bit. Let's go to war with Venezuela. Now, hopefully, the Monroe Doctrine won't kick in. Last thing we want is to deal with the States. So, we'll try and push from here. It's going to tie down at least 3 divisions. So, Germany, Canada, Turkey, and the UAE want to send support. So, we are winning there. Okay, we might need to do a naval invasion, potentially. The Navy's here. Could get some more fuel. If we can't push from there, we're going to do a naval invasion. It just might be better. Right, I think we're going to do it. See how we go. Caracas is their capital, though. How about over there? Might be better to get a port. Mexico, Australia, Algeria. Sending material support. Okay, so we have to wait 21 days. We got 99 ships. Yikes. It's kind of massive. Okay, we'll get 1 lot to try and go for their capital. Yeah, we're really struggling to move over that tile. It's understandable. River crossings, island crossings are usually a little bit tough. The thing is, I guess it lulled me into a false sense of security. We did so well in Morocco. Oh my god, we just landed in their capital. I guess it worked. Well, yeah, you don't even need to navally invade in the north now that we've got a port. Iraq has capitulated. Interesting. Let's set up another front line and let's go to the far-flung regions in the Amazon. We could even redeploy that even. Hang on, what's happening here? Naval invasion still where? Oh, up in the north. Let me cut that off. Right, let's make this a little bit better, shall we? And then you go to the left. You're going to the right. And if we can get some more tiles on the coast, we might be able to flood more in. 2 Frenchmen. Wait, 5k Spanish. What the hell happened to the Spanish? What were they doing? Oh, maybe it's the units we have? A little bit weird that it got calculated by that, but whatever. Oh, nice. Oh, we're good now. Yeah, so I would realistically, if you're striving for realism, I guess you would puppet Venezuela, but we're going to core it because I want to have full access to their fuel rather than can request. Oh, they capitulate anyway. Oh my god. Nice. So let's straight up conquer it so we have full access to it. I guess we'll take the Navy as well, but after this I have no ambition to go into Colombia, Brazil. The last thing I want is to be fighting in the jungles of South America. And also we can dictate where the fuel goes to our allies as well, controlling more influence over our puppeted factions, which is nice. Okay, so our operation in South America has been incredibly successful. And we are now sitting just above 50 divisions, which is awesome. Alright, we need to look to maybe go somewhere else. I haven't decided where. We could go... maybe not. The Americans won. They don't need our help. They liberated Kurdistan, which is interesting. Maybe we go east. Alright. So, I've made the decision to make plans and preparations to go eastward. We're going to be leaving Venezuela now. Go back to the capital of Caracas. We have the fuel fully under our control. So, we're not going to run into fuel issues anymore. Our agent got captured. Okay. China declared war upon the Philippines. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on over in the Far East, but we're going to be moving the Armada and the French Grande Armée to New Caledonia, and I think we're going to naval invade Australia. That's what I want to do. Although we've secured fuel, there's various other rare earth minerals and resources that we want to try and get under our control. And then we can maybe use Australia as a launch pad into Indochina if we want. Maybe. We'll see. We just need to get all the way over there. And then we'll set up some naval invasions. But it's a massive country, so we're going to need everyone. Australia can be a little bit tricky to take. Alright, let's get everyone over to New Caledonia. But this is what we currently occupy, with the French Entente, stretching from North Africa to South America, all the way up into the Netherlands, which is sweet. November 2002. French units have landed in New Caledonia. And we're going to set up a naval invasion to Brisbane. We're going to go to Brizzy first. We've got over 100 or so. So we'll get the Navy operating in the Solomon, Coral, and Tasman Sea. Once we get a port, we can flood everyone in. Now, this could be logistically a little bit tricky. Alright, so the Taiwan, Republic of China's capitulated, okay. Wow, they annexed them pretty early on. Maybe they're being more expansionist. Bulgaria has new elections, okay. The Ukraine wants more reactor tech, sure. We've also got another bunch of fresh recruits. We don't even have set commanders, so let's try and bring them in. Alright, yep, that's fine. Move you north to eventually go all the way over to Australia. Now, I'd be interested to see if the United States guarantees the independence of them. Who knows? Realistically, they should, but they might not want to go against us. Okay. We are hemorrhaging some billions economically. There's no more islands here that we control. No. We're still very much going to focus the main thrust of the invasion from New Caledonia. Okay, let's declare war. So there are American bases here. They have actually embargoed us as well, so that gives us a justification. Alright, so let's call everyone in. And let's navally invade Australia. Focusing on the east coast first. Alright, here we go. Instant resistance. Going for Brisbane because it's the shortest port. Capital of Queensland, of course. Korea and Germany want to help out. Nice, we've landed. Let's flood everyone in. We want to be super aggressive, super quick. And then we can get some more reinforcements coming over as well. The Aussies will have a pretty good navy, but ours is just too big at the moment. Okay, so let's head you south, as there's more war score down there. Yeah, I'm going to spend a little bit of time ahead, and let's get the 2005 FAMAS rifle. It's probably worthwhile to get. Alright, we're flooding in. We've taken the Gold Coast. Oh god, the Gold Coast flooded and captured by Frenchmen. What is this, real life? And let's set another army group to go north. There's not that much military infrastructure up there. A couple deep ports. Not much war score, but it's worth going up there. And we'll go to South Australia. Then we want to go to Radelaide. And then WA. We could move the Navy to operate all around the entirety of Australia. They are holding us a little bit here. Georgia was annexed in their civil war. Interesting. I wonder if they're moving into the CSTO sphere of influence or whatnot. Okay, we're knocking out some no, okay, there's little engagements in the Coral Sea, but you'd think we'd be knocking out some of their small planes, but maybe not. Okay, massive chunk of Queensland's been taken. It is a little bit hard logistically here to push. I do quite like that they're using sensible and realistic army uniforms. Right, we managed to take out a Aussie fighter there. Nice. Oh, we're actually losing in a couple bits. Interesting. Make sure we secure this air base. And now we can move ours in. Perfect. Because there's no airbase in New Caledonia. Yikes, we're actually doing, like, reflecting on that, we're actually doing alright with that air supremacy. Oh, they might still have it though. We might need to go to... Right, okay. We actually did alright with no air support in general. Close air should change things now. We will need to go to air supremacy to try and knock it all out. And now we're actually finally having a surplus and extra of military industries. We can just... We're getting one of everything. Now we can attach it to getting and focusing on better quality rifles and support equipment as well. Oh wow, there's a really nice push. We've managed to take a little bit of... Wait, Hong Kong's capitulated, what? Oh my god, what the hell? What's happening here? Why is the US at war with China? What? They've managed to take a lot of the East as well. Oh, I didn't comprehend that. They were guaranteeing the independence of Taiwan, weren't they? Why is Iraq with them? Oh, that's bizarre. They must have landed there then. I can't get in on this, can they? Oh my god, they're actually about to topple the government. Yeah, I guess... Oh, that's interesting. So they're in a full-blown war. Oh my god, they're dominating them as well. They've knocked out 500k. They're halfway towards capitulation. Yikes, this is going to be a really interesting campaign if, for all intensive purposes, the United States puppets China. Yikes. Okay. Canberra. Sydney hasn't fallen just yet. We are moving on to Melbourne, though. We're having a better push in South Australia. This war is actually going on quite a lot longer than I'd anticipate. We can go to war with San Marino. Yeah, no. Okay. We can now just need to slowly bring in more air support. That's what's making the difference. Right. If we can get all of the East Coast, we're good. Italy declares war upon San Marino. They conquered them anyway. I guess they defaulted on their debt. Same with me. Now, if we can get all the mainland under our control, we probably won't need to navally invade Tasmania, my home state. But we'll see. They're fiercely independent down here. Okay. So the East Coast, they've lost 16k. Oh, we've lost a little bit, which is interesting. We still haven't fully conquered New South Wales. A little bit of fighting in the desert there, yikes. Alright, we're about to surround them there. The East Coast has nearly well and truly fallen. Macau's capitulated. Oh, here we go. Yeah, go down to Perth, take that. Good surge. Nice. So Australia has capitulated. We've managed to get just under 500 bushies. Bushmasters. Alright, well, I guess we puppet the mainland. But, you know what I might do? You know what would be funny? If I annex and core Tasmania. Make sure we keep a watchful eye on the Aussies. We'll make Tasmania a full-blown French military island. So they can never rebel. So, let's puppet. You can't. Oh, you can't. Oh, you nearly. I wish you could give them their independence. Because, like, you could even partition it. WA, Queensland, New South Wales could be, like, their own states. Anyway, we'll puppet the mainland. And we're going to core Tasmania. And we're going to have basically military bases and stuff. We've got one fuel here. A little bit weird. And we'll take the Australian Navy as well. It's probably quite big. HMAS Brisbane. I don't think we engaged their Navy that heavily, so we've probably got a good amount. Nice. So Australia is now under the Entente, French occupation. I have no idea who that is. I've never seen that man in my life. Oh my god, look at this. They're about to full on annex them. George Bush and his war on China. Yikes. And we can't go in and help. Interesting. Now, we could technically declare war upon China, but I don't want to bug out the peace conference. It might be a little bit cheesy as well. Because if we do that, they're instantly going to say, hey, can we join your faction? So, a little bit exploiting. Alright. So, wow, look at this. Our resource sector is looking absolutely fantastic. We're also getting to the stage as well, because we've acquired so many civilian factories. It's just worth converting a lot of them now to military, rather than building them up from scratch. So, France is looking good. Alright, well, we're nearly at a stage to maybe, just maybe, go to war with a major faction. I think we're strong enough. We've managed to secure resource dependency. Our energy isn't as good as what I would like. Unemployment isn't terrible, so we need to address that at some point. This is fascinating, though. That war. They're still doing their thing. Any other wars that we can jump in on? Not really. Oh my god. They're doing so successfully well. I guess they took Iraq like super quick and they're like, well, we might as well go into China. I could send some divisions to help them out though. Might not be a bad idea. We can give them some intelligence, maybe. Yeah, let's offer them some of our own spy satellite intelligence. Why is this bouncing? So I guess we can send 4 units. It's probably not going to help too much. Let's just drop some over here and we'll send the 4 from here. I think we're saying we can have 6 at one point. So this fresh recruited army can go get some valuable experience fighting the Chinese with the Americans. Oh my. But yeah, I wonder what they're going to do. Are they going to puppet them or... I don't know. Are they going to reinstall the exiled government off the coast? Maybe. Why is this being such a pain? Oh, nice. We can actually see what's going on. So, yeah, why is it changing? Just take the damn divisions, Bush. The Canadians are helping them out. The thing is, they won't forget that we helped them out if we send some divisions, so it's always good. Oh my god, why is this so difficult? Crikey. Alright, here we go. It's actually really quite smart to attack them pretty early on. In the early 2000s, before they have a chance to build up. Quite like when the AI is shrewd and on the offensive like that. Yeah, so it must have been they're guaranteeing the independence of a bunch of countries, and then because the war support went up, I could give them some equipment, but I'd rather keep on to it. All right. Oh, nice. Our divisions have arrived. Let's just try and push for here. We're moving into... I know this area. This is like the Xinjiang area, I guess. Okay. That was a fresh recruited unit. I was just sort of curious what they got. Oh, wait. The Treaty of Beijing. Oh, wow. So... a lot of stuff was annexed, but ultimately it's been put into the Republic of China, which is an emerging outlook faction, but it... I think is it a puppet? No. It's its own thing, but it did annex. That's so bizarre. I don't know if that's a good thing. Yeah, emerging outlook. Interesting. That might move into CSTO's sphere of influence. Alright, well they liberated them, which is a bit bizarre. Oh no, they did puppet some of it though. They puppeted something else, which I can't tell. What did they puppet then? Why did... Alright. Well... the Americans toppled their government, which is a bit weird. So, I think it's time to move these armies back to Europe. And we could maybe make a play for a major faction. We're at the stage now where that major war has subsided. And we have managed to expand the French Empire to the far-flung regions. We're in a tremendously strong position. We can probably go against your likes of Germany, your UKs, your Italys now that we're built up and we're strong enough. We're wielding a lot of power. So, 14 ships from Australia. Pretty good, if I do say so myself. And let's move everyone back to France. Let's move back to Paris. And I guess, I think going after Germany will be easier. Because we've got a massive land border with them. Pushing upon like the old French core territory might be a little bit difficult. Pushing and focusing the front from Belgium and the Netherlands. Do a little bit of a reverse Schlieffen plan. Could be the play. We also can pick up some more divisions. Oh, economic boom. Boom failed, so we can change that again. And let's get the Air Force back in business. And because we've got so many airfields in France proper, we're going to be able to have air support. But this is going to be a real big test for us, as the French look to go back into Germany. Like Napoleon, I suppose. We want to go and liberate some of the various German states. Oh, we've got some air force in South America that we didn't bring on over. Yikes. We've managed to acquire a pretty big air force now, which is fantastic. Right, let's sort this up and split this all around. Much better. Okay, we're ready to go against the Germans. We've moved everyone over. Not really much else we can do here now. I suppose we send out some of that stuff. 222 fuel we control. 1.4 million, that's not a concern. We've managed to fix our energy consumption. And we can drop more divisions if we want. Let's just wait and draw up some front lines. But France is about to have their first major war against a major power, Germany. We've still got reinforcements coming from Australia, but we've managed to secure our resource dependency from across the globe. We can get resources from Australia, South America, and Africa. It's not going to matter if we get embargoed anymore. We have 122 ships. Let's go with convoy raiding. And let's move into Germany. This is going to be a real big test for us, as they definitely have better tech, better tanks, better vehicles, but we should have the numbers on them. We're actually not favoured to win. Yikes. Looking at some of the balance of power. Maybe if the Air Force starts going, we start convoy raiding as well. They're going to probably run out of fuel far quicker than us. They will have some natural resources, but where are they going to get it in from? Russia? Poland? I don't know. Okay, let's make sure the Air Force is running efficiently. We've also gained invaluable experience, land doctrine, Air Force wise, compared to our German counterparts. That's another thing as well. We're probably the more well-experienced and trained army. That's definitely going to count for something. We might not have the best divisions, but they are the most experienced in actual combat. We are hemorrhaging a little bit. Our debt to GDP isn't too crazy. But that's why we're focusing on economic stuff at the moment, rather than military. We can avoid it. But they still have a decent amount of divisions, which is quite surprising. As we move on in, the balance of power is slightly changing, but it's a large river crossing. So, if we can focus on being successful more in the north, that's the play. But we will need to try and draw and tie some divisions down in the south. I'm assuming the Maginot Line's being dismantled. They're not going to get a bonus from there. Now, what I want to know is, will this war go longer than that war against the Aussies? But France is at war with Germany. We're struggling to push in the south, and as I predicted, we're doing so much better in the north, which is nice. We have air supremacy over Germany for now. Not over France itself. 11k on the initial push. Nice. I'm so thankful that we managed to occupy the Netherlands. We are actually pushing in the south a bit. Look at this, we're dominating in the north. We're getting held at that Düsseldorf territory. Will anyone come in to help the Germans? More than likely not. A lot of divisions there, though. It's surprising that it's taken us this entire campaign so far. 3 years. An empire stretching right across the world to even stand up against the Germans. Yikes. I will take a lot of that border territory for myself. We might look to puppet Brandenburg, Saxony, Bavaria if we can. We'll see. Oh, we lost actually 13k, so this is actually quite costly for us. Thankfully, we're sitting just under 1 million manpower, so that's not going to be an issue exactly just yet. We're doing a lot better in the north. We might even be able to cut them off if we can get to the Czech Republic border, potentially. Sure, let's go with that. Let's keep an eye on our consumer spend. Is that an Australian general? I think so. That's another thing. We've probably got a vast amount of generals we can probably pick from. More reinforcements can come on up. I don't even know what I want to go for here. Bunch of dockyards we've got. Probably convoys. And then I'll just chuck it on the rest. I don't know, it doesn't really matter now. Navy-wise, we've managed to steal pretty much a navy from everyone else. Oh, we didn't switch this to air supremacy, of course, rather than close. Nice. The stock market is booming, thankfully. Let's upgrade you. Okay, it's changing a bit. So we had air support early on. Okay, no, this is it. They're about to fall. They're about to topple. Oh my god. Good old Gerhard Stroder. Gerhard. There's no more. We couldn't allow him to move into the east. In the Russian sphere of influence, I suppose. Nice. Germany has capitulated. Perfect. Oh, we only can puppet and liberate Bavaria? That's a bit weird. Okay, well, let's start off with the territory I want. So I want all this good, juicy Western Germany territory. Something like that. We'll core that into France proper. I could take the north, because Hamburg... Yeah, there's some docks and stuff there, which is really good. Stretching up towards Denmark. It looks a bit weird, I know, but... Then we also have a port in the Baltic Sea, if we want. Alright, let's look to puppet Bavaria. That's in the south. Yep. And we'll puppet East Germany as well. That can be its own little thing. Oh, actually, I might do that, but Berlin City. Yeah, we'll puppet Brandenburg. We'll let them control that, but we want to control Berlin itself. So, I think we are ready to go. So, alright. So I think we just go all the way down to Sicily. Let's declare war upon them. Let's go, 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 go. Oh. Interesting. That's not too bad. So Corsica has fallen. We had no divisions there. We've just been focusing on the north. Once we take the vital and crucial manufacturing and production hubs in the north, we'll take Milan. We'll take northern Italy, the fashion capital of the world. They won't stand a chance. We're going to be covered in drip. Alright, let's move the navy down into the Mediterranean Sea. Oh wow, so the Russians are doing quite well. Pushing into Bulgaria. Interesting. We've got 1 million manpower. Whoa. There's been a civil war. Interesting. Kharkiv, Odessa have declared their independence. Crimea is under Ukrainian control, except for the far southern port of Sevastopol. That's what I've always said. I've heard of it. People say Sevastopol, but is that a British thing? I don't know. Anyway, oh, we've lost 4k. Focus tree wise, we've done a lot of military. We can focus on industry now. Okay, looks like they've managed to stop that short little civil war. Interesting. Okay, so we've nearly maxed out this. Our naval doctrine hasn't really grown that much though. Airborne, marine, we're doing good. Ah, finally we can use the 2005 variant of the FAMAS rifle, even though it's 2004. We used some bonuses to get it earlier. We'll accept that nuclear material deal. And nice, we're finally pushing through their front line. Oh no, they're on the back foot now. I think we've got them. Just going to be a little bit careful though. They've brought in San Marino as their allies. We have air supremacy over the top. And the United French Empire is doing incredibly well against the Italians. Let's go... Wait, why? Alright, this is non-exclusive, so we need to go down that. San Marino's capitulated. Alright, pushing into Venice now. A couple of small other wars going on. Oh, so they puppeted them. Oh, but they joined CSTO. That's a little bit weird. I only thought that... I thought there was a rule that only former Soviet countries could join CSTO. Was Bulgaria part of the Warsaw Pact? Maybe. I don't know. It was in that Eastern Iron Curtain. I don't know too much about Bulgarian history. I'm sure some nerds in the comments will correct me. I appreciate all the nerds in the comments. I appreciate you. And the lurkers as well. Alright, so we're not going to be able to take control of Vatican City, but we've managed to take over central Italy, which is massive. Haven't seen much of the navy working. Rome is now under our occupation. 243 fuel reserves. Minus 30, that's a bit. We've got a lot of civilian factories now. Our energy output's getting a little bit iffy. We managed to sink 7 convoys there. Another 2. Our navy's being put to work. Right. Maybe let's go down this then. Change things up. Probably go with infantry automatic rifles. That's a bit weird. We don't have an automatic rifle. Okay. Oh, actually, you know what? Maybe it's realistic and sensible because the FAMAS is burst, isn't it? I know that in CSGO. It is a burst variant. Okay, so we're going to need to get some more fuel in. That's another thing as well. We are exporting a bunch of our resources that we can control. Because we're on globalized export. We can turn that off whenever we want, but it does give us various civilian factory bonuses. But if we ever get super low on fuel, we can simply request more from a bunch of nations. But can't see Italy coming back from this one. Just logistically a little bit tough. Looking at some of our units, they've got a nice splattering of American, German, and French equipment and materiel. We could probably even get some more divisions from Spain there potentially. Okay. We've got another 15 more, so let's head them south. We're in a really good position. So once we've dealt with Italy, I suppose we move against Poland and bring back the famed unit in the French army, the Winged Hussar. Okay, research-wise, yeah, maybe just getting upgraded tank bonuses. Probably not a bad idea. Oh, nice, finally. Italy has capitulated, so let's partition the country. Okay, so we can't actually allow it to go back to the old Italian city-states. That's a little bit surprising. Settings we could puppet Bavaria, but we can't puppet like Venice or Pisa or Tuscany or southern Italy. Alright, so we're going to core most of northern Italy. We'll both control Sardinia and Corsica. And then I think I might puppet the south. And we'll try and take as much of the Italian navy as well. So all the blue is cored Greater France. And we'll move the government to the south and let them occupy it. Kind of looks like when the Spanish occupied southern Italy. It's one stage, and also when like Napoleon's brother controlled a bit of the south as well. So that looks good. So Italy is now fully under our control. We have heaps of military factories now, which is sweet. And we probably can fill this all out. Our logistics stockpile is ridiculously huge. Let's just settle this up so we don't have to look at it again. Very nice. Alright. Let's continue on. Let's move to Poland, I suppose. Alright. We're on the Polish border. Ready to go. And bring them into the Entente Alliance. Let's get some bonuses for our Mirage variant fighter. It's been quite some time since we've requested military forces from Spain and the liberated territories of Andalusia. So we will request them to go north and set a rally point with the Grand Armée as we look to push into Poland, which I don't know exactly what I want to do. I guess I just puppet the whole country. It would be a little bit weird giving it all to Germany or like a Greater Prussia or whatever. They were good mercenaries, good allies under the French Empire, serving the Emperor, so I guess we just puppet them. Now, from what I've noticed, in 1.9, there seems to be, we've got well over 100 divisions now, which is kind of crazy. They don't, I don't know if it's the 2000 start date, or is it 1.9, that a lot of countries don't guarantee the independence of others, and I don't know why necessarily that is. Alright, let's move the Air Force to Germany. Let's use those Bundestag bases. Get those flyboys that were down in Italy, move them north. And we'll bring Poland directly under our control. And then, who do we go after next? Do we start the 100 Years' War? Do we go against CSTO? I don't know. Exactly. What else can we spend down here? No, that'll do. Alright, sweet. Let's get this war going. Poland is guaranteeing the independence of the Czech Republic and Slovakia. Okay. Yeah, so it's like the other way around. So if we attacked the Czech Republic or Slovakia, maybe a war would have happened or broken out. A little bit weird. Alright, so going to war into Poland now. Jeez, we're hemorrhaging a bit. It's just because we've got so many people under our control, I think. A lot of countries are embargoing us as well, so there are a few still, but there's a very limited amount that are open and interested to trade resources with us. Alright. Doing a lot better in the north. Air supremacy over the top. Only a matter of time before Poland falls. We haven't even got the navy up here. We could get it on the move. I don't know if it's really going to help though. There might be some limited amount of convoys and expeditions going on. But once Poland has fallen, we're going to be bordering on the, well, border of the Kaliningrad Oblast, Belarus, and Ukraine, I suppose. Only a couple tiles away from Warsaw. The Americans are still more than happy to trade with us. Nice of them. Gdansk is about to fall to French occupation. And they're, for all intensive purposes, not putting too much resistance up. Afraid for them. A lot of this is under German control. Yikes. The Germans are back in Poland. What is this, 1939? They've capitulated now, though. Alrighty. There's no other ethnic groups in here, would there? Well, maybe Lithuanian. Maybe slight Hungarians. Okay, no. We can just straight up puppet Poland. I think... yeah, I think that's just exactly what we want to do. Bring it into this Franco sphere of influence that we're building. And once again, as always, we'll steal their navy. And, oh, the Brazil's made a faction. But now we actually border with the first time with a major power. And I guess we simply move to the border and prepare. Because you never know. War could break out. They could attack us. The last thing we want is a surprise attack. Poland has capitulated. Still have relatively good relations with the United States. Oh, it's 2005 and Crimea is under their control. It's flipped. Interesting, okay. Yeah, maybe we get a better quality vehicle going. Oh, nice. Finally we get some better air doctrine stuff. Let's make sure our entire navy's rallied up. We could maybe split the navy up slightly if we wanted to. But it's just much easier to control this huge, massive armada. This flotilla. Alright, let's move our air force over into Poland now. Now that we occupy it, we occupy the airfields. Let's change things up slightly. Alright, well, let's continue eastward. So if the eventual goal is to go against CSTO, we need to be in the best possible position to do so. So I've made plans and preparations. We're going to be going in over here just to open up that land border with them. And there's a different government in charge, unfortunately, so I suppose we're going to head on in from the western side and liberate them. I might even give some of that coastal territory potentially to Poland. We'll see. Like, wasn't Lvov Polish territory at some point? Also, we need to get our energy back on track. I had it perfectly set up, but I think when we took Poland, things changed slightly. I've also moved the Air Force up and the Navy as well. I don't know how useful it's going to be against the Yukis, but we'll see. We also probably could reduce our spending a bit. It will put our stability down, but that should be okay. We will be able to withstand the loss slightly. We just want to make sure our debt to GDP doesn't get too high. Alright, well, let's declare war upon them and push into the country. So, war has now broken out. We have well over 100 divisions now. Sitting at, I think we've got 130 or so. So we should be able to just fly on in and seize the country. Now, there is a chance they could join CSTO. They could be invited. But maybe because they're unaligned, they're not. If they were emerging, potentially. Okay. So we're moving in now. Philippines, South Africa, Cote d'Ivoire seem to be sending logistics and material to them. Okay. Bulgaria is also in CSTO. I don't think that's going to be an issue for us. Just something to keep an eye on. Because I reckon we would have a really hard time going against CSTO if we were to push through the narrow and foresty tiles of what is Belarus. We've lost 700. We've taken out 27k of them, which is quite nice. Oh, okay, there's not a front line there. So maybe try and push into that. Okay. Nice. They're not going to be holding for much longer. And then we've opened up this land bridge massively. We'll have to watch out for the peninsula in the south. Some of the disputed states as well. They shouldn't be too much of an issue. We could use it as a justification potentially. So we're currently focusing on building nuclear reaction plants in Brussels. That seems to be the best place for us to spend construction points. Oh nice, they've capitulated. What do I want to do exactly? I can satellite and liberate Kharkiv and Odessa, and they could be independent states. I don't think so. I think what we'll do is just give that chunk to Poland, give that back, give Lviv back to Poland, call it Lvov or whatever it's called. I think that's what it is in Polish, I can't remember. And then I just think we'll just puppet the rest. Bringing it back under Western control. Yeah, so we'll give that to Poland. I actually think that little chunk there is actually more Hungarian, technically. Alright, let's puppet the rest. Sweet as. And we can now move the Navy into Odessa. Why is there a YouTube button there? Promote on YouTube. Okay. That's a weird pop-up. Nice, and now they're back to Western outlook. Perfect, perfect. Well, let's make plans and preparations to go against CSTO. Here we go. The moment you've been waiting for. We're going against not just a major faction, but a major nation. We're going up against a faction. So we've united most of Western Europe. We've got a lot of North Africa and South America. We've got well over 100 divisions. Can we push against the Russians? Only time will tell. We're bordering on the Kaliningrad Oblast. I've actually decided to split the Navy up. We've got... It is bucketing down with rain. Can you hear that? We've got naval assets in the Black Sea and the Baltic. Air Force operating over the top. But how will we do in the 2000 start date against a reworked Russia? I'm excited to face them in the brand new Millennium Dawn version 1.9. Let's see how tough they are, I suppose. So, hopefully we can get a win here, but this is make or break for the series. We're ready to go. We've even got to push in the south. Alright. Let's go to war. I'm assuming they're going to call their allies in. Let's go, 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 go. On multiple fronts. Okay, make sure you cross over to the peninsula. Wait, do you need to be on a separate tile? Why can't you push from there? We'll call everyone in eventually. So Bulgaria is going to be helping them out. Interesting. We'll make sure that everyone gets properly called in. Here we go. So, trying to push in the peninsula. Air forcing, scrambling. We've got a bunch of fuel. We're all set up for this. Okay, we've got our Navy doing convoy raiding. We should be able to crush and destroy the Russian fleet. It shouldn't be too much of an issue. Okay, we're pushing a lot better over the border into their core territory. We'll try and get the peninsula under our control. Our fuel and resources are fine. We could request more military units from our allies, potentially. As you can see, Germany had some free divisions there. Okay, we have air supremacy over the top. We're starting to raid their convoys quite effectively. And we're starting to take tiles in advance slowly. Now, they are fighting a defensive war at the end of the day, so they will get some more bonuses. Okay, they're actually getting it. Oh, a lot of their air forces operating a lot far westward for whatever reason. Maybe they need to reallocate that. Alright, we might have an opportunity here to stretch their front lines all the way to Rostov-on-Don. If we can cut them off in the Caucasus, that'd be brilliant. Okay, so at the moment we've lost 30k. They've lost about 26. We're pushing on this border a bit better. My god, it's bucketing. Can you hear that? So loud. It's nice and warm here in Australia. And now the rain's come, it's all thundery. They know war's going on. the weather gods. Oh, good. Okay, so... Ooh, interesting. We've had a naval invasion in northern Germany. Been surprised attack there, alright. Maybe we switch to strike force. I want to try and, well, strike their navy if we can. I'd love to engage it. Instead of knocking out little old convoys. Although, ideally I want to capitulate them and then steal their navy. I do want to use the mass navy we've acquired in this series. Okay, so if we can swing around, take the peninsula from the west end side of the Kerch Bridge, it will allow those 19 units to be freed up. Nice. We can potentially have some maritime subsidies here. That would really help the war effort. Well, specifically the maritime. Okay, fuel's fine. We have 1 million. Population-wise, we've probably got potentially more. Oh my god, we're only a couple tiles away from Moscow. Like Napoleon of old. Okay. Let's continue to go this way. Looking good. Okay, we're taking potentially a large chunk of the Caucasus here. But so far, we seem to be crushing most of their units. And it looks like, oh, the Persians are here. Interesting. The Ayatollah has sent military forces. Same with the Koreans. Unfortunately, we're losing our air supremacy, so we might have to rechange that. Oh, hang on, this could be bad. They seem to be getting a lot of help. I wonder who is militarily helping them. Nice. We've got a new available utility unit. Hang on, why didn't that not... Oh, I misclicked. Whoops. Alright. Italy wants a bailout, sure. Okay. Nice. Nearly liberated the peninsula. Okay, so we'll try and get those 2 little pockets done, and then we'll try and swing this around the front line, but we're pushing, but we're actually losing here slightly as well. We're so close. Just on the outskirts of Moscovia. I don't know. Improved whatever we can get. Night vision's probably good. Could really help us out on the battlefield. It's kind of hard how to see how this is going. We're really excelling in some areas and, well, not doing so great in others. They're holding us quite well. Ironically digging in. Oh, we've ballooned to 175k and we've only taken out 50 of them. We are winning the naval game though. We have naval supremacy over them. Air Force is a little bit back and forth. Although they haven't had much military experience in this campaign, they're probably actually not they're not too badly stockpiled in 2005. Oh, they might have been doing stuff down in the Caucasus maybe. Okay. We've managed to take a good chunk here. Yeah, they've got a lot of reinforcements coming in. Their CSTO members are arriving. It's actually their air power. Doing really quite well. This is going to be tough. I don't know if we've done enough damage. We're going to have to try and reallocate this quickly now. Just need to reallocate my air force. We're about to crush a bunch of divisions here. The south is fully under our control. We've got another 5 here. So let's just try and chuck them to the front. Try and push towards their capital. That's what we want. We want to try and take that along with St. Petersburg. Yeah, I'm actually surprised they have a better quality air force than me. Because not only am I using my own air force, Poland, Germany, there's a lot of surrounding states that should be running air missions. I think it's because they got so many volunteers. We've pushed past their units, but now we're fighting Iranian volunteers, I think, as well. There's also Koreans here. Let's switch back to convoy raiding. That was doing a lot better. I haven't seen any notable difference doing strike force. Let's go back to convoy raiding. It might change things. Maybe if we can secure the south, we might have an opportunity here. Okay, half of Belarus has nearly fallen. But we're getting pushed here, unfortunately. They're doing a pretty good push. They're trying to get to that Romanian border. A little bit of rubber we're missing out on. Sure, whatever, just go with this. Interesting. Although we've maxed out on the land doctrine, we seem to be not doing the best. The thing is, we could stop, right? Have a little of a break, have a little bit of a breather. But I just think we're spent. This is tough. I actually think we've lost this. I don't know how we come back from this. Their units actually just seem to be better than mine. We're starting to engage their navy now. But even if we stop and try and hold this, do we want to do that? Have a stalemate here, or just try and go for death and glory? Try and throw as many of our boys up there as we can. We've got a bunch that we're trying to garrison from naval invasion, but I kind of just want to push. Yikes. Maybe we weren't strong enough. I don't know how. I don't know how our air force is nowhere near as good as theirs. To be fair, they have been sitting there for 5 years building up a stockpile. They might have a mega stockpile. But I think it's like they're getting a bunch of volunteer units for whatever reason. Yikes. Maybe if we just try and go with close air support. Yeah, I think she's cooked. Oh well. That's Hearts of Iron 4 for you. That's the beauty of the sandbox experience. The beauty of campaigns. You build up, you win some, you lose some. That's just how it is. And yeah, we're basically griefed now anyway. Unless we can have a concerted push here, there's, yeah. She's probably GG's. But that's alright. I'll try and rejig my air force, but not good now. Yikes. Looks like if this continues to go, CSTO are going to probably claim victory after all. Oh my god, our casualties are ballooning. Oh my god, they've nearly fallen anyway. The capital's been taken. Interesting. Oh, we lost our first naval asset of the war. A missile sub. Let's go with this. Oh, that's a shame. 150 divisions weren't strong enough. Oh, we're starting to sink their fleet. They're being a little bit more audacious. Oh my god. There's a bunch of units here about to just get crushed and destroyed. Oh no. Looks like the Russians are going to win this one. Oh, they've re-pushed into Kaliningrad. I've underestimated how strong they are in this new update. They definitely have been buffed. Because not only has the energy, the unemployment, the production stuff's been reworked. India, Venezuela, what was it, Turkey, Central Asia, and Estonia all have unique focus trees. Oh, that's another thing as well. Oh, I didn't think about that. As Central Asia has had a rework, a lot of these factions in CSTO that are sending divisions are going to be helping out. Right, okay. Yeah, because it was Russia, Italy, the US, Germany had a rework in the end. Oh, Italy's had a civil war. Oh god. Well, we'll just, you know what, we'll just let it play out. That's it. They won. Wow. Yeah, they've got lots of foreign volunteers helping them out. And there's been a civil war in Italy, which is surprising. So that's not going to help. There might have been a chance where we could sit there and hold, but I ain't going to sit here for 10, 15 years holding a stalemate. I'm not spending the next 3 hours trying to see if we can pull out a win. We pushed. Our armies met and clashed. The United Entente. The United Coalition of France, Germany, Spain, Australia, Venezuela wasn't enough against CSTO. Yeah, we could have cheesed and done crazy power drops and stuff, but who wants to do that? I want to see big armies go head to head, toe to toe, and see who wins. Oh my god. They are just running over us. Oh my god. The Russians are going to be outside outside Berlin. The Soviets are coming. Oh god. The UK and the US not doing much in this series. I don't know if I want to do another series on the 2000 start date. A lot of people wanted me to start early because I guess it's Millennium Dawn. It's the Millennium at the end of the day, but I actually personally prefer the 2017 start date. I think it's fine. Oh my god. Although they're taking a bunch of land tiles, our navy is doing massive work. We've lost 631k. They've only just hit 100k. Wow. And they are now just flooding over the plains of Germany and Poland. Uh-oh. Spaghetti-o. We're still doing pretty good convoy raiding. Doesn't help that Italy are throwing. Yeah. 150 divisions wasn't enough. Maybe we needed to go after the UK. Maybe we needed to bring in the US. Maybe we just needed a couple more allies to help. I definitely thought we had enough to push flat on that front line. Especially bringing Ukraine fully under our control. We had a couple good pushes. We got the Peninsula. We took a lot of the Caucasus, but they just stormed on back. It was a really good push for their capital. They took Kiev quite well. Aussies lost 22k. Oh no. We're starting to lose ships now. But that's it. I want to see how they I want to see how they partition my nation, to be honest. No one else is really going to get involved. I want to see what they do after France went around conquering. They have the responsibility for the territory. These guys are fighting to the absolute bitter end. Oh my god, we're actually going to run out of our divisions fully. Oh my god. Oh no. Charles de Gaulle is going to be trialed in the... Well, it wouldn't be the Hague, I guess. At the Kremlin, maybe. Oh god. Oh no, it's not Charles, it's Jacques Chirac. My bad. Wrong Frenchman. Oh, okay, wow, they've taken Berlin. They're pushing towards Paris now. Look at them go. Yeah, it's not just... It's like a lot of the Axis alliance as well. Look at that. Yeah, that's what it is. They got a bunch of foreign volunteers sent to them. We got Korean. We got Iranian forces going. There's the Eiffel Tower. There's some units that have been recruited. God. Good God. Oh my. Brazil's now here as well? Yikes. They even sent divisions. That's quite bold of them. They're their own faction. Korean forces outside Paris. Hilarious. They actually might hold a little bit potentially. 700k. A lot of stuff's being terminated now. Surely you're about to capitulate. GG's. That's how it is. That was a fun one. It's just us that we need to capitulate, yeah. I wonder what's going to happen. Our Navy's still convoy raiding quite well. Maybe the Americans need to come over here and liberate us. How have we not capitulated? That's pretty much all of France. Oh no, here we go. Peace calculating. Alright, provisional government in Venezuela, the Treaty of Munich. So they annexed a bunch of territory here and they changed emerging outlooks. Oh my god, they liberated Monaco. So a lot of these countries now have provisional governments. Alright, so what's happened to us? Oh wait, I'm still in here. Who are you? So we're emerging. Where are we then? Are we here? Oh, wait. We got caught in Western Germany and a little bit... Alright, a lot of it's joined CSTO. Bit weird. They've taken France, Spain, Western Africa, Poland. Who are you though? There's like 2 Frances. Italy got puppeted. A couple of others are independent. Alright, so a lot of this has joined CSTO. They are now the biggest faction in the game. Well, and Australia. I don't know who that is. Anyway, unfortunately on that note, it's time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the French series. Oh well, that's what happens sometimes. You gotta see beauty in tragedy sometimes. We did really well going out expanding and conquering, but going toe to toe even with 150 divisions on the border, we didn't stand a chance on the brand new Millennium Dawn 1.9 update against the Russian rework, I suppose. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, guys. Stay tuned for something else coming out tomorrow. Comment for the algorithm, all that good YouTube stuff. But make sure to take care of yourselves. Have a fantastic rest of your day. My name has been Simpzy, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much.